Hey, let's see if we can hold on to some internet this time. Good Lord, man. Oh boy. I don't know how people do it when they don't have really reliable internet where they live. I thought I had reliable internet where I live, but I am being proven wrong today and last night. Last night we had a live going and it went off because the internet got stuck. And today, now twice already, the lives have took a dump on me. The one this morning seemed like it went okay, and I think where I'm at now, the internet should be fine, but remains to be seen. In and Out Burger sounds good. I wonder if Wifey would like In and Out Burger today. Because I doubt we're gonna make dinner. We gotta get some groceries done. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, I almost forgot. Chat filter. All messages. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right. Sheesh. Okay, it's looking busy over here, so we are gonna see what happens. Uh, going that way, bud. Stop. Like I'm gonna like keep going. I gotta turn too, bro. Okay. Here we go. Now we're parked. And let's see. Let's put this up. And turn that on. All right. Oh, that's loud. Let's see what we got here. All right. We got people spamming the chat, saying hi, hello, good to see you. Stop spamming the chat. All right. And so we got the spammers and wannabe trolls here today. That's cool. I must be getting big. Right. Dun, 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 dun. We will just boot some people because they are trying too hard. 4 million in the building with one like. Wow. That is what you call ratioed. Uh Dax Tonemet. Uh I don't know what that is, so no, I can't shout it out. Silent Damsel, good evening. I'm glad you showed up because before you got here, I got a bunch of people that are just titris who don't really have anything interesting to say to the people that are in person in their life. So they want to jump on YouTube and see if anybody on YouTube will bite. And unfortunately, they came to my channel and I don't care what they have to say either. That's too bad. But how you doing, Sound Damsel? 6 million in the building with 2 likes. Thank you guys. If you can, just double tap that screen. Um, Drop a like. They're free. They don't cost you anything. And it really helps our channel. And yeah, check out our channel and subscribe if you can. We just got monetized. We're working on building this channel up. And yeah, got a good community behind us. Silent Down says, we got trolls and keyboard warriors. Yeah, I don't know what it is. People just get excited to do that. And I get it if you're like 7 or 8 years old, but once you start, getting into like middle grade school, you should kind of like not be into that stuff anymore. You should be, playing sports or, doing some kind of artistic endeavor or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Some people if it makes you happy, it makes me happy, but not in my live stream. It's so funny, yeah. So some of these people, they really go hard on the internet, and they say some just way out crazy stuff. And you'd think if their friends and family could see them doing this, I wonder what they would think of them. It's just weird. But anyway, it is hot. Matter of fact, let me roll this down a little bit. It is hot out here. It's over 90 degrees, I think. I haven't checked, but it is hot. Oh man, I would definitely trade places with you. Oh man. We had tried to do 2 live streams just before this one, and I was driving around. I literally turned on the first one, thinking, oh, I'm just gonna be chilling out, but then I got an order. I took off, and right in the middle of the order, the internet went out. So then I stopped, restarted it, and then that went out real quick. So I don't know. Internet's being weird today. Sundown says, cold here, and I am loving it. Don't brag. Don't show off. I wish. You know what? I don't want to be in the cold per se, but I definitely would like it to be cooler. Overcast, cool weather. I really like that. Um, and when I say cool, I don't mean like cold. I mean like maybe like mid 70s. That's cool weather to me. That's perfect right there. But if I had to choose, like I always say, if I had to choose between it being more hot or more cold, I would choose more hot only because you can still go outside and do stuff. When it's too cold, like you don't even want to go outside. And I need to at least be able to go outside. But yeah, that's man. If I could just go hang out with you for about a day or two until this heat. Well, no, I'm not even going to say that because it's only going to get hotter. It's only going to get hotter. Madel McDog. Play the song Miku by I don't know who that is, but I'll take your word for it. Uh, I don't know who that is. What kind of music is it? Madel McDog. Let's see. Sundown says staying inside on the freezing days with hot chocolate, movies, and hoodies. My type of day. You know what? I think my wife would probably agree with you on that one. No, I mean that's not a bad day. Don't get me wrong. I love those days for sure. Um, the ocean is about 2.5 hours from here, and usually that area we call it the coast here in Central California. It's usually pretty cool over there, like cooler temperatures, breezy, overcast, and you take a hoodie, and that's exactly the kind of weather that like I said, I kind of like it, but I don't know if I could do it every day as far as it's so cold I can't even go outside. Even with the hoodie, hot chocolate movies, I would just get bored really quick. But yeah, definitely a few days of that, I could live with that. Madel McDog says it's a good song. It's also clean. Nice, nice. What kind of genre is that? If I had to guess, I would say it's probably Japanese. It sounds like, but I could be wrong. 4 million in the building with 2 likes. Can we get two more likes? Got 4 people in. Can we just get 2 more likes? 5 people now. I mean, if you come in here and don't drop a like, I'm just gonna assume you're lurking. You're just lurking. Don't be a lurker. Give us a like. It's free. We appreciate you. We want you to be here. Just give us a like. That's all we ask. Just give us a like. Uh, Man the Dog says of I don't know what that is. Yo seven favorite six. I can't read. I'm gonna say Yo seven. Yo seven says the queen is here. Bow down, everyone. Silent Damsel. Silent Damsel is the queen. Who are you talking about? There's another streamer I watch who lives in the desert in California. Really? What kind of stuff does he do? Is he like a prepper or is he doing stuff that has to do with the desert? Edwin says, I identify as white lesbian. I'm currently black and a man, but I'm transitioning into a strong white lesbian. Well, that's good if that's the case, but I think you're probably full of it. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. For some reason we're getting the weirdos coming out today that just want to come in and just say dumb stuff. Right. And it's probably people who in real life feel weak and insignificant. So they go on the internet and they think that they're going to feel strong by saying the things that they really have going on inside them. And it just doesn't work that way. You're still weak and insignificant. Silent Damsel says he does cooking lives with his wife, kids, and sometimes his brother is there. Really? And California desert, which you know what part of California is in? Because there's a few different desert areas in California. I know the southern desert, like you got Lancaster, Palmdale down there, and then you got up north in like Susanville, the high desert up there. And you got Mojave on the other side of the mountains. But yeah, let's see. Let me just get rid of a couple of these folks. All right. And it's funny because a lot of these people they get so upset when you kick them out. They get so hurt. It's so sad. Atelea, says Mabuhay Kuya Cisco. Hello, welcome to the live. I had like 5 people in here, but like 4 of them were like titris, so I've had to like kick them out. Unfortunately, unlike Kuya Pogi, I am not a understanding and loving man when it comes to people being titris. And when they're saying, wait, hold on. Oh, okay. And when they're saying, things that are just dumb and, just obviously made to, you know, shock people or just, piss people off, it doesn't piss me off. I've heard it all. I mean, it's like whatever. There's nothing new that any of these people are saying that I've never heard before. But I don't want anybody that comes in here to feel that this is a space where I tolerate that kind of stuff because I don't. And so I'm going to look out for, the people that come in here that may not have a thick skin like I do. And we'll just boot those people out. So yeah. But Atelea, how are you guys doing this morning? Silent Damsel says, hey, trolls, did it. to oh, hey, trolls did it to another guy on YouTube just last week. The man unalived himself the other day. He was already suffering with depression. The trolls should be ashamed of themselves. And that's exactly what I'm saying, Silent Damsel. Again, I've got a very thick skin. You know, I've lived my whole life around people that can say some just horrific things and hurtful things. And if you don't develop a thick skin, then yeah, you're not going to last. And so for me, it's like there's really literally nothing that anybody could come in here and say that's going to get me worked up unless they, you know, threaten my family or say something derogatory to my family. That pisses me off. But again, I just block them and then move on about my life, and that's pretty much the end of that. But there are some people who they're in a very vulnerable state in their life, whether it's through depression or mental health, other mental health issues. And that's why I say I will just boot those people because nobody's going to come into my life and feel that they're just being disrespected just off the cuff by just nonsense and morons that come in here. This is going to be a place where people can come in and feel relatively safe to, you know, just hang out and chat. And that's it. And that's how we're going to keep it. Marvin Koisika sent star. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Marvin. Appreciate that. Much appreciated. He said hello. Hello. How you doing? Marvin, where you from? I don't think I've seen you in the live before. But we got 4 million in the building, guys, 6 likes. That's what I'm talking about. More likes than people in here is that's pretty cool. Hopefully we can keep that up. But yeah, Marvin, thanks for the stars. And where are you from? But yeah, Silent Damsel, we're not gonna tolerate it. It's just, I don't mind the funny trolls that say, stupid stuff. And, I've got enough self-pride and self-respect and self-confidence that even people come in here and make a little silly comment about me or whatever, I can live with that. It's when it gets really disrespect when they're doing it just to disrespect and just to hurt, they're not doing it just to poke fun. That's when it's like, see you later. She's Marvin says Ohio. Oh, shout out Ohio. Nice. Got a couple people I know from Ohio. Sign Down says he was homeless too. Wow. He used a pew pew. I didn't watch his lives myself, but I have passed his lives a few times, and the things people were saying to him was disgusting. And like I said, I don't get it. It's like, how sad is your life that you have to go on the internet? I mean, you're not winning in life if you have to go on the internet to talk all this stuff. Like, why don't you go out and say it in real life and see what happens? But you won't because you're a coward. And they'll pick on people like that who, are vulnerable. You're not gonna find that in here. So yeah, you might as well just take off. That's sick. Marvin says, I sub. Man, thank you, Marvin. Appreciate you. That's what we're talking about. People building other people up. Ryan9 says, I wish I could love again. I'm too broken to feel anything. I can't even cry. That sounds like a song lyric. You should write that down and put that in a song because you could probably become a superstar this day. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, see, we'll go ahead and take that one out. Silly Knox says, all love, brother. They all love to you too. Till it's time to not love and it's time to put you in timeout. No, no, as long as people are being respectful here, like I said, a little bit of poking fun is cool, but we're just gonna kick the other people out. And it's funny because this is really the first live that I've done where I've had this many people in here coming and saying silly stuff. And it's funny because I recently had a disagreement with somebody, and I was wondering if they were gonna come back and try to troll my live stream or something like that. So hopefully it's not them. I would completely lose all respect for that person, but hopefully that's not the case. Silent Down says, "Please like, sub, and share." Thank you, Silent Damsel. You're always the one to say that, and man, that is I forget myself to say it sometimes, and you say it every time, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Solid support. Thank you so much. Silent Knox says, "Don't put me in timeout. Not funny." No, you won't go in timeout. Like I said, there's definitely a line that people cross, and you're not crossing it. So don't worry, you're fine. Heli Diver says, "Hey man, I'm currently living in my teen ages. I'm trying to earn money to start fresh. What's some advice that you could give? You're currently living in your teen ages, huh? Interesting. Um, I would say probably do what most teenagers do, which is get a job. And if you can't find a job, then use a skill that you have to try and earn some money. And if you don't have a skill and you don't have a job, I hope you have rich parents. And if you don't have rich parents, you don't have a skill, and you don't have a job, you're probably going to be like a lot of teenagers. You're just going to be sitting at home with nothing to do, getting on YouTube, trying to talk mess in random people's lives. Selenox says, I'm not trolling. Yeah, it doesn't seem like you are trolling right now. You said, I'm trying to get tips. Oh, okay. What kind of tips are you trying to get? Silent Damsel says, remember, kind words only. No racism, no politics, no spamming. Exactly. I mean, we try to keep it kind of light in here. Now don't get me wrong, Silent Damsel, I have very strong opinions on things. Um, and I love talking about those kind of things in the right setting. In this channel, I'm not about that in this channel. In this channel, it's just basically light conversation, people coming in, chatting, positivity, sharing, their channel, sharing what they're up to, that kind of thing. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We definitely don't want any racism here. We don't want any misogyny in here. We don't want anything that's going to make anybody feel disrespected, you know, within reason, don't be disrespectful. Like I said, it's just funny that today, for some reason, I'm getting all these people. I haven't had them come in here before. Um, what a coincidence. Helldiver says, I mean, I'm currently trying to start a little side business right now. What are some ideas? I don't know. I don't know what you're into. I don't know anything about you. But in general, if you're trying to start a side hustle, you should do exactly what I said. Take a talent that you have and try to earn some money off it. Depending on how old you are, if you're in your teen ages, that could be anywhere from 13 to 19. So there's many different things that you could do at any one of those ages between 13 and 19 that could make you a little bit of money. uh like I said, there's millions of things. If you really want to know, you could get on Google, type in exactly what you're asking me, and it'll probably give you way more and better information than I'm giving you. I have not been a teenager in so long that I couldn't even tell you what you guys can do nowadays. It's so different now than it was when I was growing up. But I wish you luck. I hope that you find something productive and get you where you want to go, because it's really difficult out there in this world right now for young people coming up. I didn't have to compete with AI when I was growing up. You guys are going to have to do that, and good luck to you, because it's not looking good. How's that for positivity? Uh, let's see. Liam says, please, please what? Sundown says, my middle daughter was a late starter into adulthood. COVID got in the way. Ugh. She's now going into her second year at college and doing photography. Wow. Yeah, that COVID, man. I feel bad for all these kids well, my wife's oldest son, he graduated high school during the COVID era. And it sucked because they didn't get that proper experience that most of us experienced when we were going through graduating high school. Um, so man, yeah, that's rough, but sounds like she's doing good. She's in college. Man, right off the top, she's gonna have a big advantage over most people because she's in college. Hopefully she's gonna get a good degree. She's doing photography. That's an excellent career choice. I mean, like I said about AI is doing a lot of things right now. But as far as I can tell, AI can't go out and take photos. People can use AI and enhance photos. They can plug photos into AI and make it do changes to things. But actually going out and having a human eye and taking photographs based on that, AI can't do that yet. So I wish her luck, because, like I said, it's really going to be tough to in a lot of fields that traditionally were very good paying fields. AI is going to be taking a lot of those jobs now. She says she's aiming for sports photography. Oh man, wow, that's exciting. That's really exciting. Is there any particular sport that she likes? I mean, you're in Scotland, so I would imagine football, soccer, what we call it here. I would imagine that's probably one of her favorites. I would imagine. Let's see. I don't know what this. Can you did to me, please? Yeah, I don't know. And it sounds like some of these people are trying to use Google Translate and just failing miserably. That's what's funny about it. Silent Down says all sports, to be honest, but definitely football. Okay, yeah, that would be pretty exciting. And if you're into sports, man, what a great way to get in and be able to see, different teams or different events. You're a photographer, so you're getting put right in the front, and you're seeing, all kinds of stars and athletes that are, doing their thing. That's actually pretty cool. And again, a lot of young people that are coming up right now, and I told this to my kids, you know, try to do something that you love. Try to do something that's going to make you want to get up. Oh man, nah, $2.45, not enough to get off my life. Um, Try to do something that you love, something that makes you want to get up every day and go do that. If you can find a job like that that pays well, you're living a dream. Um, I didn't obviously have that in my life because if I did, man, I'd still be working. But, you know, if you can't find that dream job that pays well, find a job that pays well, and then while you're getting paid, getting your bills paid, growing your lifestyle, your livelihood, be looking for those opportunities to do that thing that you love or that thing that makes you want to get up out of bed every day. And as soon as you can transition into doing that, or if you can do both at the same time, then you're fine. But yeah, with the photography, hopefully she'll be able to find a niche and really be successful at that. I wish her luck. Um Zone Stricker on YouTube says, "Do you like Juice World?" I've only heard that I can think of a couple songs from Juice World, and they were pretty good. I know Juice World was like really, really popular with younger kids, like a legend. Definitely died way too young, and very tragic. For anybody to die young is terrible. But when you have a talent like that and when so many people love you, very sad that a lot of those people, they just don't feel that love, and they don't feel that desire that everybody has to see them be successful. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but I would say, to answer your question, yeah, I like them. You know, can't think of any reason why I wouldn't. Zone Stricker on YouTube. I don't think you've come in here before either. But is that somebody that you like? Is that a musician or an artist that you like? Oh, it's hot in here. Man, this fan's not even helping me. Jeez. Time is it? 3:19. I got lucky. I did my last order. I went in and got some cold water from their fountain. Man, I'm glad I did that. Sign Damo says, I hyped one of your videos. Oh, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, that hype thing. I saw that not too long ago, and I've given a couple of those hypes. I don't know what it does. It's supposed to like boost that person's channel. So thank you, Silent Damsel. Hopefully that'll work. Hopefully that'll help. Um, I kind of looked at a couple things about it, but I just kind of didn't really fully understand, what it's supposed to do. But thank you. I mean, anything that anybody does to help boost our channel, I appreciate. So thank you so much. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you only get like so many points for hype or something like that. You can, use however many you want to use on each video. So yeah, that's interesting. I'm about to look more into that. 11:19 p.m. here, nearly bedtime. Nearly bedtime. You stay up late then, I guess. Yeah, that's late. In the live earlier. Oh man, 11 miles for 8. No, I've been getting some of these really strange
This one right here was a delivery. It was delivered 2 packages. It was to go like 11.5 miles for $8. No, that's basically what the gas is going to cost me almost. Um, what was I saying? Oh, so in the earlier live, one of the earlier lives, we were talking about that. Somebody was saying that they're having trouble sleeping, and I run into that sometimes too. But man, there's days where I can go home and it'll be like maybe like 7 p.m. and I'm having trouble keeping my eyes open. I'm so tired. And then there's other days where I feel like, oh, maybe I'm gonna go to sleep, but then all of a sudden I just don't. And the next thing I do, I look up the clock and it's like 3 a.m. So yeah, I don't know if that's just something about getting old or what, but yeah, 11:19, that's late over there. Yeah, I don't know how the points work. Some folk I can hype like 300 points. Today I managed to hype yours with 2.1K points. LOL, no idea. Wow, 2.1K points. Well, thank you for that. I hope that you still have some points left to give other people because that's awesome. Yeah, we'll see. If whatever happens with that, I'll let you know because I'm curious to see on this end what that does. Because like I said, I've done that for a couple people's videos, and I don't know what it did, if it did anything. They didn't say anything. So I'm gonna look at that, Sun and Downs. But thank you for that. Really appreciate your support, man. That's awesome. Um, I don't know. Hopefully it like I said, it boosts the algorithm or something. I'm guessing what it's supposed to do. YouTube's doing a bunch of stuff right now. They're doing a bunch of just different things right now with how they run YouTube. Uh, some of it I just don't like. The way that they have the chat filter set up right now kind of is irritating because some people get blocked out of your live or get blocked out of the chat, and you have to like fix your settings. So every time when I do a live, I always got to go in and make sure I set the settings to all messages instead of top messages because people have told me that they're getting filtered out, and that sucks. Atetes says Kuya Cisco Mabuhay. Hello, Atetes. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Oh, Corey, I missed Corey. Sorry about that. Oh, you said I get to hype 3 times a week. Okay, yeah, yeah. I think I did see that. Corey, what's going on, brother? How did you not get on moderator? Hold on a second. And why is this? There we go. Oh, not that one. Hold on. Oh, okay, that's why it's doing that. Hold on. Oh, Canadian Gig Life sent sparkles. Okay. I was trying to click on your name because I was like, wait, I thought I had given you moderator, but it just says you sent sparkles. Okay, so it's great. All right. Corey, I didn't see you in here. Where are you at? Da, 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 da. But thank you. Thank you for the sparkles. Sign Damsel says, CK, hello. Uh, I'll go ahead and take this one, I guess. It's all right. $11 for like 5.5 miles. So that's just right at the border of what we like.
Yes, good morning. Okay. Here is Elias loves Jesus Christ saying God is a light, his design is best for us. Well, that's cool, Elias. But however, we're not a religious channel. So we appreciate you trying to spread uh, your information, but do me a favor and keep it to light conversation. Thank you. And now he's saying music is evil and Elias is going to be kicked out. That's Julio says, good evening to you, Kuya Cisco. Thank you, Atetes. Thank you. All right, Corey, hey, what's going on, brother? Thank you for the sparkles. Silent Damsel says, how did you send sparkles, CK? Yeah, I just added this thing, and that's one of the things that YouTube's doing. It's so, and I don't know either. Like I think they give you like so many points or something to give gifts, and it's like there's like a little present on the side of the chat. You click on that, and then you just give however many you want to give. And again, I think there's like a monetary value to it. I think you may be able to buy those, but I think YouTube like gives you so many for free because I've got them and I've never bought them. but I just give them out. I just give them out to people all the time. But they're like one thing, one point is worth like 0.01 cents or something like that. I don't know. Corey says, "Sorry, I was driving, couldn't say anything." Oh, that's all good, bro. Please focus on the road. I'm trying to do that myself when I'm driving around. It's hard, man. Corey says, "Beside the dollar symbol, there's a gift symbol. Press that." Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it. Uh, Silent Down says, "Yeah, I don't have that on my phone, just the dollar sign." Yeah, I don't know. It could be something that maybe you have to go into your settings and adjust or something. Like I said, YouTube's doing some weird stuff, and I don't know because something like that has happened before with there was another issue that we had not that we had but that we were talking about where somebody was able to see a certain facet of YouTube and other people were not. And I don't know. I don't know if they're allowing some people to do it and some people not. I don't know if it's a thing that you got to go into your settings over. I thought everybody could just do it. But yeah, right next to that, the dollar sign, there should be like a little thing that looks like a present. But you're right, Son Downs, because there's times where I've gone into people's lives and I have not seen it. But on other people's lives, I've seen it. So it could be that maybe they didn't have it on, or that, like I said, I don't know. YouTube's doing some strange stuff. But it's just another way to support people, is what it boils down to. And like I said, I think each point or whatever they call it is worth .01 cents or .1 cents. I don't know, something like that. But yeah, YouTube gives them out. They give them out. If you When you go into other lives, Silent Damsel, keep an eye out for it. Like I said, it looks just like a little present icon. Corey says it might not be available there yet. It wasn't available here for a while. Yeah, because I was trying to put it on when we first got monetized. They give you different ways to earn money. So one way is by ads, another way is by memberships, another way is by super chats. Well, gifts is another one. So I did all the other ones, and when it got to gifts, it wasn't working right away. And I think they have to like verify you, or there's something that they have to do. And then I noticed this morning that when I went in to look at it, that it was there, and I added it on. So I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but no worries, Silent Damsel. No worries. Just yeah, just be looking out for it in other people's lives. All right, guys, I'm gonna pull in here and get this food. Actually, I'll just pull straight in up here. Silent Damsel says, okay, Corey, I'll keep an eye out for it. Yeah, check it out. Check it out. It's kind of just a cool another way to support people. That's all it is. All right, let's go in here. See. Okay, this is a pretty easy order. Oh, let me try going in the door. No drinks. That's what we like. What do you think, Corey? Is it easier when you don't have to get drinks? Hello, thank you. Oh, Adrian L. That's the one. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. You too. All righty. That's what we love when it's already ready when you get here. The order. Oh, all right. Ah, all right. The way they put the tape on this food is just terrible. It's already coming apart. Uh, Hopefully, the people don't think I gotten their food. I picked up the bag and the tape just went. "Phew." Okay, so this is a little bit of a drive. So it's about 15 minutes. Hopefully, it doesn't take that long. Get out of this parking lot. Silent Down says, I want to send sparkles. Damn you, YouTube. Damn you, YouTube. Well, Silent Damsel, go out right now to some other lives and see if you see it on anybody else's. Like I said, or like Corey said, it's kind of like right. I think it's to the left, usually the dollar sign, and it's just a little tiny little icon that looks like a present with a bow on it. See if you can see it in other people's lives, because I don't know, you should be able to see it. Um, Atetes. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, man, the way they put this, the way they did this is just so. Oh my god, guys, when you order food, you want the food to be sealed up as best as it can be sealed up, so that yeah, you don't feel like somebody got in your stuff. And the way they did this one, I'm not even gonna show you, but it's a white plastic bag, and if they would have brought the bag at the top close together and then wrapped the tape around it like that, that would have been cool. But what they did is they actually put it where the holes in the where the handle is. They actually put it or wrapped it around that. So when you pick it up by the handle, it just boop pops open. Why? Why would you do that? But anyway, we make the best of it. Let me screenshot their thingamabopper here. Okay. Well, guys, I am probably gonna get this live off in the next 5 minutes or so. Um, got people that are running their lives that I support, and I'm getting ready to go on this little bit of a drive. And I think what's probably going to happen is the live's probably going to cut off, because I've been having that issue, and I don't want to have you guys sitting here looking at a frozen screen and me just saying blah 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 into nothingness, because I think you guys are still there and you're gone. So I'll probably give it about another 5 minutes or so, and then I'll probably cut it off. But I thank you all for showing up, and even the trolls. Thank you for boosting the algorithm and getting the real legit people in here, because that's what we needed. Away from societies says, love your sunglasses. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I love these. They're really good. What I like about them too is that they have like a flex, that they open up like that, they flex like that, because a lot of sunglasses, once they're open, that's as far as they go. And I have a large cranium, so it helps when that with that little flex, it just opens it up a little bit. These sunglasses, and not to brag or anything, but they're expensive. And I used to get cheap sunglasses thinking that, oh, you know what, I'll spend 15 bucks on these sunglasses, and if they break, then I'll just get another pair. But what I found was those $15 sunglasses were lasting me like a few months, and then they were just either getting all scratched up or they were falling apart. And then by the time a year or two goes by, now I've already spent like the money that I would have paid for a more expensive pair. So I've been getting these kind of glasses for years, and I mean, these ones right here will usually last me about 3 years, no problem, not with no scratches, not breaking anything. So, and that reminds me, there's I don't, I'm gonna get it wrong probably, but there's basically like a little story where they say about how you know wealthy people stay wealthy because they're able to buy more expensive stuff up front, and it lasts longer. And in the long run, they end up spending less money. Where people who don't have a lot of money, they buy cheaper things because they don't have enough money to pay for stuff, but they end up buying cheaper stuff more often, and they end up spending more money. So that's kind of like how my thinking is now. Think about what I'm buying, and sometimes it's worth getting a more expensive item. Might set you back a little bit, but in the long run, you'll save money. So that is my TED Talk for today. Image Church says, greetings from Uganda, Africa, bro. Long time no see. Hey, how are you doing, Image Church? Hopefully things are good over there. What is it? Probably after midnight over there, I would assume. How are you doing? We got 2 million strong in the building with 10 likes. Thank you for the 10 likes, guys. And the 4 gifts. Man, that's awesome. Thank you. Sis Eileen, good morning. How are you? Thank you for jumping on live. She says, morning, Sir Cisco. Good morning, sis. Hopefully your day is starting well. Have you already opened up the shop? What time is it over there? It is 6:30 in the morning. I'm sure you've already opened up your shop for a while now. She says 11 likes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Mega love shout out all. Thank you, Sis Eileen. Appreciate you. Hold on, guys. Sorry. I gotta turn in. Okay, here we go. Uh, Image Church says, I have been off due to lockdown and canteen due to the Ebola disease. Yeah. Wow, that is scary. Yeah, you're right in the middle of that over there. Stay safe, Image Church. I know that is something that is just devastating right now. A lot of people have contracted it and really has some very tragic consequences. Please keep yourself safe. You're ah man, that is terrible. Just stay safe. All right, guys, give me 1 second because now I'm on the freeway and it's a little more tricky to navigate in here. But yeah, guys, that Ebola is no joke. Uh, I want to say that is in Eastern Africa right now, and unfortunately, the United States has removed itself from some organizations like the World Health Organization that can really help prevent and keep those kind of outbreaks, under control. I'm really hoping that we come to our senses and get back in there because the world does not need another pandemic, whether it's COVID, Ebola, hantavirus, you name it, we don't need it. And it's very easily preventable if we just use our brains. But that is not what we're doing. But yeah, Miss Shores, please stay safe out there. Uh, Sis Eileen says, oh, yes, yeah, I know you open early. Silent Down says, 3 channels on all at once that I mod for. Gave you all in a row so I can swipe up or down. Nice. That's how I do it too, Silent Damsel. In the morning, what I try to do is I try to go on early in the morning and I find everyone that I know of that is on the vertical lives and I just go through and I spend at least 2 minutes, on their channel. I leave some emojis, and then I move to the next. And if it's somebody I know, I'll wait at least a couple minutes there, or if they're there, I'll talk to them a little bit. But I try to spend at least a couple minutes, and then anybody who I don't subscribe to or I'm not interested in, I just say remove, remove, remove. And then before you know it, I've got like 10 or 12 people in a row that are all people that I subscribe to and I want to support. And so when I get down to the last one and there's nobody else, I go back up to the top and start doing the same thing all over again. So what I try to do is spend at least a couple minutes on pass on every single channel, and then I'll do that for hours as long as I have time. If I'm busy, it's harder, but usually what I'll do is I'll just sit on one channel and I'll come back and so some people will end up getting more or less, but nobody gets less than 2 minutes. And so by the end of it, everybody should have at least like 15-20 minutes of accumulated watch hour, from me. So that's my way of supporting. So, but that's cool. Thank you for that. Image Church says here it's 1:36 a.m. Okay, that's what I thought. Very early over there. We're in the quarantine for 45 days, but no moving out, no working. Okay, well, hey, stay put. Stay put. Keep yourself safe. You can't go out and help other people if you can't help yourself. You got to stay healthy in order for you to go out and be able to help other people. So please stay quarantined. Keep yourself safe. If more people did that, these diseases would have a lot harder time, spreading out and making everybody sick. Ebola is no joke, guys. It's a deadly disease, and I really, really am wishing the best for everybody that's affected by it right now because it's just a scary thing, really scary. Man, Eileen, thank you so much. Silent Down says, yeah, I try to do that too. Yeah, a few minutes here and there. Yeah, because, and I'm sure you're probably like me. There's so many people that you want to support, but there's only one of you. I know people that they have like many, many, many phones, and they're able to get on and use like alternate accounts, ninja accounts we call them, to support a bunch of people, and that's awesome. I don't have that. I've got a few devices. I have 3 accounts that I can use, but the third one I really don't use that much. Um, so I really just have 2 accounts that I use. There's this one, which is Cisco International, and my other one, which is Kamaini Cisco, which means like Cisco's hand or the hand of Cisco. So those are the two that if you see either one of those, that's me. Um, and that's really all I can do. I can't support 5, 10, 15 people at a time. So for me, that's the way I feel that I can help the most people uh, by spreading out, my time. And if I just give like a couple minutes, a pop, and then come back around, do it again. Like I said, I go through that whole list of people many, 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 many times. And I would guess that probably everybody's getting about 20 minutes at least per day, which is about the length of like a good video. A lot of people don't do silent lives. A lot of people, or not silent lives, but just lives, period. They depend on their videos. And so if they're putting out a video every day, usually it's about 15, 20 minutes. So I figure that's just like me watching a video. So yeah, I think it's definitely helpful. So it's good to know that you're kind of doing the same thing. All right. Thank you, dude. This guy pulled up far enough for me to pull over, or not pull over, but get in this turning lane. Um, Eileen, thank you. Image Church says we are even going out. We are even going out food, but no way the government is passing out. Oh boy, that's scary, man. I don't know what can be really done about it. If the government's not doing their job, I don't really know what can be done about it. Oh boy, that is really, really scary. I'm just hoping the best for you guys. And I think the more people that know about that, the better off we'll be. And I'm hoping that, more people will put pressure on the U.S. government to do something to help. Because if people are suffering anywhere, if people are having a hard time anywhere, it's just a matter of time before it reaches us too. So just for the sake of helping people, just so that those problems don't come your way, that should be motivation enough for us to help out. If not the fact that, hey, it's just human beings that we should be helping out anyway, because we're all we got. We're all we got, guys. If we don't help each other, then we're all lost. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm not able to get fully into the chat right now. Still trying to figure out where the heck I'm going here. This is kind of a weird route I have to go. These are some new developments, some new houses over here. And I don't know what it is about these new developments. They always line their roads and their entrances and stuff in a really strange way. And I'm thinking it's basically they're designing it this way so that you don't get a lot of random traffic coming through. And if that's the case, they're doing a great job, because I would never end up over here, even on accident. Okay. All right, guys, and I'm gonna drop this food off, and I'm gonna shut this live down. So thank you guys. I'll say right now, thank you guys for showing up and for supporting. You're all awesome. And let me get out and drop this off, and I'll be right back, guys. Uh, sheesh. Right. Delivered. All right, guys. Let me pull out these people's driveways so I don't think I'm weird talking to my phone in their driveway. But yeah, it's about 2:45, guys, or 3:45. I'm sorry. Pull over right here real quick so I can read you guys' chat real quick. Corey says, I'm trying to figure out what I can clip together to have on my silent lives. Yeah, just about anything. But like I said, try to do something that is just, you're changing it up a little bit on every video so that they can't accuse you of, oh, you're just replaying a video or something like that, because people will do that. Just throw a little something different. Yeah, I mean, anything will do. Like I said, look what I did. I did the video photos, and then I just put a little basketball card, a different guy every time, and it worked. So, I mean, you could do stuff like that. I see a lot of people using like figurines or like plushy dolls, or people will just turn on like a strobe light and they'll just play the strobe light. And maybe if you just threw something different in there, it could be anything. There's something different every live that would just show that it's not the same live. I don't think it matters. But when you figure it out, let me know, and we'll announce that here in our live, and we'll send people your way, Corey. Let's see. Grass for dinner says some stupid stuff, so we're gonna kick them out. Since Eileen says, just like me, I only have 3 gadgets. I stayed on there for 1 hour. That's I support. See, that's awesome. Yeah, 3 gadgets. You can definitely help a lot of people out. And what I usually try to do, since Eileen, my other account, Kamini Cisco, a lot of times I leave it at home. It's on my iPad, and I'll just play one person's playlist. And it'll go through and play somebody's playlist. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to play your playlist just because you were the person that said that. So when I get home, I'm gonna set up your playlist. I'm actually playing. I want to say I'm playing Corey's right now. As a matter of fact, so Corey, you should get a little boost in your watch hours. But after I get home, hopefully I'll be done with Corey's playlist, and I'll start yours, Sis Eileen. That's an awesome way to support. Let's see. Yeah, these people are saying some weird stuff. Okay. Image. It says, and remember, I have 86 kids in the orphanage. Wow. Boy, that's a lot of kids. Oh man, please keep them safe, Image Church. I mean, like I said, I'm glad they're with you and not just out there running the streets, because man, we would be in a lot of trouble. Those kids are very lucky. Sis Eileen, thank you so much. Let's see, this guy can go away. DIY. He said, my wife asked me to go get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store. I realized when I got home that I had picked 7 up. That is DIY, ladies and gentlemen. Please give him a round of applause. But listen, guys, I'm gonna turn this off. Thank you guys that were here supporting DIY. Glad you came in, bro. Sis Eileen, Corey, Silent Damsel. Thank you guys for your support. We'll go back on live again tomorrow. I might try to do a silent live. I don't know. Probably not. I want to support Corey because he's trying to get his watch hours up. Sis Eileen, I'm going to support you too. I think these 2 lives I did today are good enough. So yeah, but we'll be back tomorrow, guys. But thank you guys. Appreciate you. Please stay safe. Philippines, please have a good day. Hope your morning's starting off right. And here in the U.S., have a good rest of your evening. And everyone else, just be kind. Don't come here trolling and being weird. Just be kind. 3 million in the building, 12 likes. Thank you guys. And the 4 gifts, thank you guys that gave those out. Appreciate you. And everybody stay safe, stay kind. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.